And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10.
Check, Patriot! Watch him now, Barney!
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Watch him now, Barney.
On second down, Johnson. And able to work his way down to the 16. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. On 3rd down, it's Mack. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And Janikowski bangs it through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
Right back to him on 1st down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That would good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
And they'll run it here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Detroit. All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Detroit!
They begin the drive with Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think it will help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Johnson, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They pitch it out to Johnson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now Mack. And some space here. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Watch it now, Barney!
Here's Mack on the toss. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Well led on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! We got three, fellas. We got three. Gun!
On play action, they'll throw. Being shaped, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A first update now out of Jacksonville. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they start the second half with Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run with man. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
On third down, Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 3rd down, that's Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They run. It's Johnson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a carry from Mack. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he's got it up and through. And meanwhile, checking in on action down in Jacksonville. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes. And
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Over.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg still into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Austin. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
Leopard! Now let's go! Blue landed!
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. They find some open field here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Hurry up, here we go!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they just
touchdown, Indianapolis! Cortland Sutton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
He'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.